What's going on, guys? Jayda Black here. Salute to everybody tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video, hopefully hype it and share it, because I'm going to talk about Wayda again. She posted a video and she talked about how she had to end it wasn't a relationship. She was just messing around with this guy. She had to end that. Again, these heifers are not in relationships anymore. They're in situationships. Situationships are the new thing now because people don't want accountability. So they get into situationships like Jayda was in. She was in a situationship with a guy, she said a couple months ago. And she claims that she had to end it due to him accusing her of cheating. I wonder why he would accuse her of cheating. I wonder why he would accuse Jayda of cheating. You know, I think that what happens a lot of times is that you have girls out here who like to have male friends and they like to hang around a bunch of dudes and they want the guy that they're seeing to be okay with that. And when he's not okay with that, he's insecure. I bet he wasn't really even accusing her of anything. He probably just saw things with his own two eyes and he just had to ask her. It wasn't anything of of cheating or anything. I just think that a lot of these women, for the most part, don't want to be held accountable. I think Jayda's a female that don't want to be held accountable. I think she wants to be able to do what she wants to do. She wants to hang around who she wants to hang around. He's not going to accuse you if you're not giving him something to accuse you of, right? It just seems like these women, again, they want to be in a bunch of dudes' faces, right? Dudes who he probably knows she would sleep with him. Men know. She claims she didn't cheat. Well, why did you end the situationship then? You ended it because you probably were in these dudes' faces and you feeling those dudes. The guy that you dealing with is not okay with you being in these dudes' faces. And that's why you ended the situationship, because he was not going to just be okay with you being in other men's faces. All right. So there was two different videos. I'm going to go to this one because this kind of gets to everything more. So let me get to this one.
It wasn't like cheating or anything that I was dealing with. It was like accusations. I only date one person. You can't ignore red flags. So it wasn't about cheating and stuff this go around. It was about like, this nigga always think I'm doing something. And I really wasn't doing nothing. Like, I was always getting accused of stuff, and I would be out at my dinner with my homegirl, flip the camera. I don't live like that. I don't like that. Like, that's not my vibe. I feel like I've worked so hard on myself to like be able to show up very honest.
You know, this says the girl who was getting grind, who was grinding on a random guy on a beach. What was it, when this happened? I think this happened in 2024. It was either 2024 or 2025. Y'all remember that video? She was grinding on this random dude on the beach. That is what you do, Jayda. I mean, and you're known to hop on rapper to rapper. So if this dude thinks that you're hanging out with certain people, of course they're going to accuse you of this. And again, this is a female. This is not the whole video. I think this is actually an edit of the other one, but I'm playing this because it gets actually to the point. You said it yourself. You weren't really. It's not really a relationship. It was made more so a situationship. So really, you're not in a relationship. And when a woman is not in a relationship, she's going to be acting single. You're out there acting single. So this is what happens when you don't like accountability. You're not even in a relationship, a real relationship, according to you. You're obviously doing things that make you seem more single than in a relationship. Nobody's going to accuse you of things if they don't see or know, because you see, people aren't thinking, these men are not dumb. Okay, they talk to people. People talk to them. Stuff gets back to them. They're not just coming up with. Now again, you got some of these guys that are hella paranoid, but a lot of times these chicks, their actions are getting back to the dude that they are dealing with. because they're all in the same circle. These dudes date all the same women. These women date all the same men.
To where like you don't need to project what you be doing or what you've done. You're innocent until proven guilty. Now
you know how we feel. Now you know how we feel. You know, men have always gotten accused of being cheaters. You know, we always get accused of being cheaters. And women are not used to being on the hot seat. That's what it is. They're not used to being on the hot seat. They're used to accusing and pointing the finger, but they're not used to us being able to say, are you cheating? You know?
You come to me with something factual, then it's like, okay, bet, I'll stand on it. But don't come to me with bull. And it's like they really start believing the shit that they bring to you. And it's like, bro, I'm literally laying in the bed.
Listen, I'm breaking up with you off top. You call me bro. I don't want no woman calling me bro that I'm dealing with. I'm not your bro. Okay? This is what I'm saying, man. A lot of these chicks don't want accountability. They don't want accountability. They want to be able to do what they want to do and act single, like a lot of these women do. Y'all see these women online. You wouldn't even think they're in a relationship until they tell you, until they post them, and they hate posting pictures of their dudes because they don't want their male simps, or they don't want the men who thirst for them online to go away. Okay, they want to keep the attention of those men, and you know, if those men see her with somebody, they're gonna look elsewhere. So you got women who barely post the men that they're with, and they're all up in other men's faces. The dude you dealing with knows this, and that's why he's calling it out. See, women aren't used to that. They just want to do what they want to do. Women nowadays in the West, they just want to go out there and be up. They want to thirst trap and seek male attention, then be up all in men's faces. You would not accept the dude you're with to be up in a bunch of chicks' faces. You just wouldn't. Now, maybe Jayda, you know, she dealt with Lil Baby for a while, and she let him do whatever. But didn't she end up breaking up with him? She couldn't take it no more. So I just think that women want the lack of accountability. They want to be able to do what they want to do, while they shame us and tell us that, you know, we're the cheaters, we're unfaithful.
It wasn't like cheating or anything that I was dealing with. It was like accusations. I only date one person. You can't ignore red flags. So it wasn't about cheating and stuff this go around. It was about like, this nigga always think I'm doing something, and I really wasn't doing nothing. Like, I was always getting accused of stuff, and I would be out at my like dinner with my homegirl, flip the camera. I don't live like that. I don't like that. Like, that's not my vibe. I feel like I've worked so hard on myself to like be able to show up very honest, to where like you don't need to project what you be doing or what you've done. You're innocent until proven guilty. Now, unless you come to me with something factual, then it's like, okay, bet, I'll stand on it. But
case in point, right? You got her ex-friend, Ari Fletcher, who was, I believe, in Turks and Caicos, right? She claimed that she was there for a friend's birthday party, but then it flipped into she's doing a booking at a club, and then Drake is there, right? And then people are saying, you know, maybe they're linking up, but they're trying to make it seem like it's casual. They just jumping in each other. Let me tell you something. Drake will screw anything, and he's one of the top tricks out there. And she's out there without Moneybagg Yo. She's a female who lacks discipline. Look at the dudes that she's been attached to. Jada's probably the same person. It's, you know, the right moment, the right time, she's down. You know, these chicks hop from rapper to rapper. They out here acting like they're good girls and they wouldn't do this or they wouldn't do that. Just check their track record, man. These chicks get down.
But don't come to me with bull. And it's like they really start believing the shit that they bring to you. And it's like, bro, I'm literally laying in the bed.
Listen, if you want to know if a girl's faithful, like, just ask one of her friends. Women, see, friends keep each other's secrets. And then once they're no longer friends, like her and Ari Fletcher, they start telling each other secrets. It started with Jayda exposing Ari exposing Jay. Like, they have each other's secrets, and they hold them secrets until they're not friends no more. Men are just not gonna randomly ask if you cheating. They're gonna have good information that you're up in dudes' faces, and you may not be having relations with those men, but you're in those men's faces. And if you're dating somebody, even though she called it it wasn't really a relationship, more like a situationship, then you need to figure out whether you should just be in an open relationship or just be single. I think those are the options. Women need to stop with this whole monogamy shit. You're not monogamous people anymore. You might as well just be in an open relationship or be single. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on that video. Share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see y'all next one.